During an adjournment debate in Parliament yesterday, UNP parliamentarian Chandrani Bandara presented a motion on protecting the rights of women. Parliamentarian Rosisan Naik expressed these views on the motion.
In the north alone, 89,000 women have become widows due to the war. According to reports from the National Child Protection Authority, in 2010, 3,892 complaints have been lodged with regard to child abuse. By 2011, this has risen by 2,000 to 5,417. Under what law are rapists in this country punished? Data has revealed that 47% of women face various forms of harassment while travelling by public transport. We were not able to pass the Women's Convention that was presented in 1993. In 2001-2004, the UNP drafted a bill on the rights of women. Up to date, this has not been presented to Parliament by the present government.
Minister of Civil Aviation Piyankara Jayaratne said in Parliament today that 4 foreign airlines have shown an interest in flying to the new Mattala International Airport. The minister made this statement in response to a question raised by UNP parliamentarian Ravi Karunaayaka in Parliament today.
A port was opened and in 15 months only 5 ships have docked there.
Then Fly Dubai කියලා ලොකුවට පෙන්නලා තියෙනවා ඒ සම්බන්ධයෙන් මෙතනට යනමයි කියලා. ඔබතුමා මේ මත්තල ගුවන් තොටුපළ අරින්න අදහස් කරන්නේ?
Are you hoping to open the Mattala airport with the knowledge of how many airlines will be coming there, or are you hoping to direct Sri Lankan Airlines flights there and make the Katunayaka International Airport inactive?
කොහොමද මේකට ගෙවන්න පුළුවන් වන්නේ කියන ගරු දැනගනද උත්තර දෙන්න.
ගරු කතානායකතුමනි
Honourable Speaker, 4 airlines have given us written assurances that they will come to the Mattala International Airport, not including Sri Lankan Airlines and Mihin Air.
Sri Lankan සහ මිහින් සමාගම අර ඒදගත් එක්ක 6යි.
More demonstrations were held today against the resolution adopted by the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva yesterday.
A protest was carried out in Kiribati this morning. The protest was held with the participation of Minister of Public Affairs Mervyn Silva. The protesters voiced their opposition to the resolution on Sri Lanka.
Minister Mervyn Silva expressed his views during a demonstration in Kiribati today.
They cannot chase me from Gampaha or Kalania. That is why I have raised a boy like me. Today I am introducing my son. I am entrusting Kalania without fear. I know 1 or 2 drug dealers from Colombo are here.
Mama Kalania dala yannet ne. Man dannawa samara Colombo inna kudukarre dennek me පැත් ඉන්නවා. මම දන්න මම නොදන්න දන්නේ නෑ. සෙවලව ඉන්නේ. හැබැයි මට ජීවිත හානි කරන්න
Even if my life is harmed, my son, my daughter and my wife will live on.
හානි වුණොත් මගේ පුතා මගේ දුව මගේ බිරිඳ ඒගොල්ල පණ පිටින් ඉන්නවා.
The minister also took the opportunity to display his vocal talents.
මම හිටියවුදේ ඔබ කොහෙද ගියේ ඔබ එනවා බලා පැල්පතට වෙලා මෙච්චර කල් මං එහෙමයි හිටියේ.
The 2 suspects who have been arrested in connection with the murder of 2 monks at the Kota Raja Mahavihara have been remanded until the 5th of April.
Suspects were produced before the Nugegoda Magistrates Court by the Mirihana Police today. The magistrate ordered the suspects to be produced before an identification parade on the 19th of April. Meanwhile, according to our reporters, some people in the vicinity had attacked the lawyer who had arrived to appear on behalf of the suspects.
සිද්ධිය පිළිබඳ නෙවෙයි අපි බලන්නේ අපිට නීතිමය තත්ත්වය තුල පෙනී ඉන්න තියෙන අයිතිය.
The police media spokesperson said that the Mirihana police had received a complaint in this regard.
In related news, President Mahinda Rajapaksa paid his last respects to the Venerable Pandita Pitigala Jinasira Thero and the Venerable Burles Game Gunaratana Thero of the Kotte Rajamahawihara today.
The bodies of the two monks were brought to the Kotte temple on Wednesday night. A large crowd, including many politicians, visited the temple to pay their last respects to the monks. The president, who arrived at the temple last night, expressed his condolences. Meanwhile, UNP parliamentarian Ravi Karunanayake also visited the Kotte Rajamahawihara to pay his last respects to the monks. The two monks were killed on Tuesday night at the temple premises. The final rites of the monks will be conducted at the Kotte Ananda Shastralaya grounds tomorrow.
Secretary to the Ministry of Finance and Planning, Dr. P.B. Jayasundara, says that a plan is being prepared to provide a fuel subsidy for three-wheelers and school vans. Speaking at a seminar in Colombo yesterday, Dr. Jayasundara said that three-wheelers and school van charges had already been increased to cover the recent fuel price hike.
It is okay if the price moves by about 60 to 70 cents. As far as I know, three-wheeler charges have been increased by 2 rupees. The price of a kilometre per litre has increased by 2 rupees. When I spoke to school transport providers, I found they had increased charges by 500 rupees. They cannot increase charges by 500 rupees and ask the government for subsidies. I am prepared to give a subsidy if their rates are reduced by 500 rupees. We need to prepare a system so it can be certified that they have reduced charges by 500 rupees. Otherwise, the government will be giving them money and they will be making double the profits. The country will not benefit from such subsidies. That is why we are preparing a system.
Former Maldivian President Mohamed Nasheed says that his party would welcome Sri Lankan mediation to resolve the current political crisis in the Maldives. Nasheed arrived in Sri Lanka yesterday in order to engage in discussions with the diplomatic community in Sri Lanka.
The former Maldivian president met with Muslim politicians today. A number of prominent political figures, including SLMC parliamentarian Shafiq Rajabdeen and UPFA Colombo Municipal Councillor Azad Saleh, met Nasheed in Colombo.
We've been calling for the regime to show its legitimacy through a mandate from the people. In 2008, the people elected us as the government, but we have now been deposed, and we want to see democracy back on track in the Maldives. We want to request from the Sri Lankan Parliament and the Sri Lankan people and its government not to recognize the military regime in the Maldives. We are in a very unfortunate situation because bigger powers, both neighboring bigger powers and the United States, do not favor an election, which is very, very surprising. If people are defending democracy and human rights, we don't understand why they cannot advocate for an early election in the Maldives. We have gone back to the Gayoom era. He is back, and the dictatorship is flourishing again. We would very much welcome Sri Lankan mediation. We don't know if other mediation efforts would succeed.